What if the SUV you've been overlooking is actually the one that fits your life best? I'll admit, I almost didn't give the 2026 Chevrolet Equinox a second glance. In a sea of flashier crossovers, bigger grills, louder logos, and price tags that climb like stock tickers, it's easy to assume the Equinox is just there. Reliable, maybe, but forgettable. Then I spent 10 days with one. Not on a closed course or a curated test loop, but in the messy rhythm of real life. School drop-offs at 7 a.m., grocery runs with a toddler melting down in the back, a spontaneous weekend trip to the mountains, and even a late-night pharmacy dash during a fever scare. And somewhere between the third coffee spill and the fifth time I folded the rear seats flat to haul a bookshelf from a thrift store, something shifted. The Equinox stopped being just another compact SUV. It became my vehicle, the quiet partner that never complained, never faltered, and somehow made everything just a little easier. And as I drove, 6 honest questions kept echoing in my mind. Questions I know you're asking too, whether you're scrolling online at midnight or standing in a dealership parking lot. Does it actually feel spacious enough for real families, not just spec sheet numbers? Is the tech intuitive when your hands are full and your patience is thin? Can it handle more than just pavement without costing a fortune? Does it drive like it was built for people who live busy lives, not just perfect commutes? Are you getting genuine value or just clever packaging? And most importantly, does it disappear beneath you so your life can take center stage? Let me tell you what I found. 1. It feels bigger than it is in all the right ways. On paper, the Equinox is a compact SUV, but step inside and the redesigned cabin feels surprisingly airy. The dashboard flows cleanly into the doors, and the windshield stretches wide, creating an open, uncluttered feel. Rear legroom? Enough for 2 car seats and a booster with room to spare. The cargo area swallows strollers, dog crates, and yes, that awkwardly shaped IKEA lamp, thanks to a low load floor and fold-flat rear seats that vanish with a single pull. Unlike some rivals that feel pinched in the back or shallow in the trunk, the Equinox uses every inch wisely. It doesn't shout premium, but it whispers thoughtful. 2. Tech that works when you need it most. Here's what saved me during that toddler meltdown. Wireless Apple CarPlay connected instantly. No cables, no fumbling, just tap and go. The 2026 model comes standard with an 11.3-inch infotainment screen angled toward the driver, a detail that sounds small until you're trying to adjust navigation while keeping eyes on the road. Google built-in means you can say, "Hey Google, call pediatrician," without touching a button. Climate controls? Physical knobs flank the screen, no digging through menus to turn up the heat on a frosty morning. In a world where some brands replace buttons with touch sliders, looking at you, certain German SUVs, Chevrolet remembered that real life is messy and simplicity is a luxury. 3. A single engine, but one that understands daily reality. The Equinox sticks with one powertrain, a 1.5-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder making 175 horsepower and 203 pound-feet of torque. On paper, that's modest, but in practice, it's tuned for responsiveness, not drag strip drama. Around town, it's peppy enough to dart into traffic gaps. On the highway, it holds its own, though passing at 70 miles per hour requires planning, not impulse. Fuel economy hovers around 28 to 30 mpg combined in my mixed driving, which isn't class-leading, but is perfectly reasonable for a vehicle this size. And with available all-wheel drive, it handled a surprise snow flurry with calm confidence. No drama, no skidding, just steady grip. This isn't a performance SUV, it's a reliability SUV, and that's exactly what most of us need. 4. Ride quality that soothes, not shakes. Chevrolet upgraded the suspension for 2026 to deliver a smoother, more composed ride, and it shows.
Cracked pavement, speed bumps, railroad tracks, they all get absorbed with a quiet competence that belies the Equinox's affordable starting price, around $28,000. There's none of the jittery harshness that plagues some competitors trying to sportify their crossovers. Instead, the Equinox glides. Wind and road noise are present at highway speeds, yes, but not intrusive. It's the kind of vehicle that makes a 45-minute commute feel like 20. After my mountain trip, my passenger, a chronic back pain sufferer, said, "This is the first SUV that didn't leave me stiff." High praise from someone who notices every bump. 5. Safety that comes standard, not as a guilt trip. Every 2026 Equinox includes Chevy Safety Assist, automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, forward collision alert, and a following distance indicator, all standard, even on the base LS trim. Compare that to rivals who bury these features behind expensive premium packages. For parents, elderly drivers, or anyone who values peace of mind, this isn't just convenient, it's essential. During my week with it, the adaptive cruise control, available on higher trims, made stop-and-go traffic less draining, and the rear cross-traffic alert saved me from backing into a speeding shopping cart in a crowded lot. These aren't gimmicks, they're daily guardians. 6. It fades into the background, so your life doesn't have to. That's the real magic of the Equinox. It doesn't demand attention, it doesn't overwhelm with flashy lights or aggressive styling, though the 2026 refresh does bring sharper headlights and a sleeker grille. Instead, it simply works. It starts every time, it fits in tight parking spots, it doesn't punish you at the pump, it carries your chaos without judgment. In a market obsessed with statement vehicles, the Equinox is refreshingly humble. It's not trying to be a luxury sedan or a rugged off-roader. It's content being a dependable, well-rounded companion for the everyday heroics of ordinary life. So, should you choose the 2026 Chevrolet Equinox over a Honda CR-V, Toyota RAV4, or Mazda CX-5? If you value space that adapts, tech that serves, and a ride that comforts without paying extra for badges or bloated options, you might find, as I did, that the SUV you almost ignored is the one that truly sees you. If this real-life, no-filter perspective helped you see the Equinox in a new light, consider subscribing to Luxury Motor. We don't chase headlines, we chase truth, one honest mile at a time. Thanks for